Hi, good evening everyone. Welcome to the new season of Misi Kurus, and I'm Adrian, your regular mobility trainer for this season. So over the next 4 weeks, we will be going through a lot of mobility exercises where we will be exploring things like some mobility work and then some therapy stretches to help you through your workday and your workouts as well. And an introduction to yoga and Pilates. So a very packed month ahead for the whole of you. And this week we will begin with some self-therapy work for both your workouts, which you have been through the last few days, I believe, and your work day as well. You know, as we go through our work day to day, then you will end up with a lot of aches and pains everywhere. So today I will be teaching you how to self-therapy yourself to fix all the aches and pains from all your workouts and all your work day. So with that said, let's just come into a nice simple seated position. Let's relax the neck first, especially now it's evening time. After a long day at work, maybe the shoulders and the lower back all stiff. So this is something that is very simple that you can also do while you're at work at your desk or during Zoom meetings anytime, which is a stiff neck. Okay, so hands on the knees. As you inhale, let's sit upright, and then we begin with the right shoulder. Okay, now the right shoulder, you squeeze up to your right ear, and then let's leave it here. Okay, so as we go along through this session, then our cerita will on. So we will talk and do at the same time. So you leave it here for 30 seconds, because when you leave it alone for too long, you know, you're working, sometimes the brain loses connection with the muscle, then it doesn't know how to relax. Now, regular breathing, and then when you release as slow as possible. And then you feel the muscles start to relax already. Now you can compare the right side and left side. Let's do the left side now. From here, sit upright, relax again. We squeeze the left shoulder up to the left ear. We leave it here for a while. And what this does is, it's like a massage. We're going to squeeze the muscle. Remind the brain that the neck muscle is still here. Then when we relax it, it forces the muscle to relax as well. So now, let's slowly release it as slow as possible. And then you can feel start to loosen up a little bit already. So this is all you need to do while at your workplace, just to squeeze and relax it. And then you can continue whether you're on your Zoom meeting or whether you are on your computer work. Now that you relax the neck muscle, we can stretch. So let's extend our hands to the side. So we're touching our fingertips down to the ground. Make sure that our hands are in line with the hip so that our body is upright. Now from here, we're going to tilt our right ear to right shoulder. So we're getting a nice stretch from the ear all the way to the shoulder. And then let's stay here for 2 breaths, for 1 more breath. Now we're going to increase the stretch by turning our gaze down to the ground. So now we turn and look towards our right fingertips. Body is still upright. And then gentle breathing, inhale and gently exhale. Now come back to the center and let's do the other side. So now, left ear to left shoulder. We get the nice stretch into our shoulder first. Okay, then we take a couple of breaths. 1 more breath. Now from here, we turn our gaze towards the left fingertips. So now we are increasing the stretch all the way to the shoulders, just easing out all the tightness from the day. Again, 1 deep breath, inhale, and then gently exhale, and let's come back to the center. Now you can feel the neck a little bit more relaxed. Now let's stretch the rest of the body. From here, we are going to bring our hands up to the sky. So we try to bring the arms next to the ear. Fingers engaged like you're trying to stretch the fingers out to touch the ceiling. So take another deep breath. Inhale, we want to open up the space in our spinal bones. And exhale, the right hand place down to the ground, the whole palm on the ground. And then as we exhale, the right hand you slide over as far as you can go. Make sure that the left hip is still on the mat. Then we bend the left elbow, left fingertip stretch across. So we have that nice stretch now onto the side of the body. Now let's tambah a bit. We're going to stretch our rib cage muscles. As we inhale, slowly twist and turn the chest up to the sky. Left fingertip stretch forwards. And then we're trying to push our hip down to the sky. Let's take one more deep breath. Inhale, turn the chest more, look up to the sky. You can bend the elbow a little bit more as well. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more breath. And now inhale, we slowly come back to center position. Stretch the hands out again. Now take 1 deep breath. Stretch the hands more. Open up the spine. Now let's do the left hand side. Left palm on the ground. Then we slide the left palm across as far as you can go. The right fingertips working. We make sure that the right hip still on the ground. Now we tambah. As we inhale, twist and turn the chest to face up. So we're getting the nice stretch into the rib cage muscles. Now let's take another deep breath. Inhale, twist and turn more. And then we stretch the fingertips more. 1 more breath. Inhale, twist and turn even more. And now inhale, slowly come up to the center. We stretch our 2 hands up again, lengthen the spine. And now we're going to stretch forwards to stretch our back. So I give you a side view. From here, we want to reach forwards. So you try to reach forwards as far as you can. And then we place our palms down. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Now we're going to do this over a few breaths. As we exhale, you slowly walk your fingers forwards a little more. We get a nice stretch on the shoulders and the spine. Let's go a little deeper. Take a deep breath, inhale. Now exhale and walk a little bit more. Then we're having that nice stretch into our lower back, releasing all the tension from the whole day of sitting. Okay, 1 more. Exhale and then walk forwards more. Okay, now slowly inhale. We walk back up to seated position. Now let's stretch the front of our chest. From here we have our hands up again. Then we roll our shoulders. See my hands? I turn to the back, so I open up the shoulder. Place the fingers behind the hip. Now bend the elbows, squeeze the elbows in. Now as we inhale, push your chest forwards. Okay, now you get the nice stretch into the top of the chest and the shoulders. Okay, let's tambah. Inhale, push the chest forwards more. Squeeze the elbows in. 1 more, last one. Squeeze the elbows in, push the chest forwards. And now inhale, slowly release. We bring our palms now to the front, and then we lift our hips off the ground and gently come into an all-4 position. Okay, if you can't roll your hip, don't worry. In whatever manner you like, we come to all-4. Now make sure that the shoulder is directly over our wrist, and then we're going to do 5 rounds of cat and cow. We do together. This is to loosen up our spine. Now as we inhale, slowly arch the spine. So we push the hip up to the sky, chest facing forwards. As we gently exhale, we slowly suck in the belly, round the spine, tuck the chin in, stretch the shoulders and the lower back. Okay, let's do 4 more. Inhale, gently arch the spine, look forwards. As we gently exhale, suck in the belly, round the spine. And we do 3 more. Inhale, slowly, let the rib cage expand, and then we arch the spine. As we slowly exhale, suck in the belly, round the spine. We're pushing the middle of the spine up to the sky. Let's do last 2. Inhale and arch. So now you can feel your shoulders and spine loosening up. Exhale, gently round the spine. Last one. Inhale, slowly arch. And as you gently exhale, we slowly round the spine. Now from here, inhale, we come back to center. And then we're going to stretch the rest of our body. We're going to do a downward facing dog. So we do this by tucking our toes in. Then we lift the knees off the ground, and then we use the hip to pull us back into a downward dog. So we want to keep our shoulders relaxed, so we push the hip up, we push the hip back. And then now we pergi jalan-jalan a little bit. So we're going to bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. Then we change. We bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. So like alternate like that. And then you slowly alternate the leg. Macam pergi jalan-jalan like that. Now, as we move our feet, we also want to move the shoulders. So now my shoulders, you push to the back. So we are loosening up our whole body, the shoulders, and then the tight hip and the lower back from the long day at work. So also something easy that you can do every day after work. You feel the whole body very stiff. Just come back, do your downward dog, jalan-jalan a bit. Okay, one more breath. Okay, now let's do some work. Slowly we drop the knees down to the ground. We're going to lie all the way down to the ground. We lie flat first, stretch the hands up. Okay, often when we sit down too long, you find that your whole spine is very stuck. So we want to mobilize and warm up our back muscles and straighten back out our spine. So very simple thing that we can do. We're going to raise our alternate hand and legs up. So we're going to raise our right hand up, tangan kanan, then raise the left leg up, the kaki kiri. So alternate. Let's do that now. Right hand up, left leg up. Lift the chest higher. We look to the front. Make sure we breathe. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. Now we change to the other side. Left hand up, right leg up. And then we want to lift the thigh off, lift the chest higher. We hold for 5. Make sure we keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. Okay, let's take 2 breaths. We do one more time. So now we're warming up our body from the shoulder all the way to the hamstring. Come back to the right hand. Inhale, right hand up, left thigh up. Lift the chest higher. Breathe. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. Now we change other side. Left hand up, right leg up, and we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, exhale down. We take 2 breaths. So on the next round, we're going to do 2 hands and 2 legs. Dua kaki, dua tangan. Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. 2 hands up. Then the 2 legs up. Then we lift higher. Make sure we breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. Okay, now get rest. Okay, let's take 3 deep breaths to rest, and 2 more breaths, and 1 more breath. Now we slowly come back up. So we slide our hands back next to the chest, squeeze the elbows in, then we push ourselves to come back into an all-4 position. Back to all 4. Then we tuck our toes to go back into our downward dog. Okay, remember this one? Knee off, push back to downward dog. Then we jalan-jalan a bit. So let's walk again. And then the shoulder you push back again. So that we are loosening up our entire body. Now we're going to walk the hands. So be careful. So the hand, you slowly walk back to the feet. Slowly. So you walk all the way back, place your hands on your shin, and then as you inhale, we slide the hands up. So we use our hands to protect our lower back. Then we come back into a nice standing position. Finally, we are standing. When we stand, very important, you stand with the thighs hip width apart, and then your feet, the big toe is pointing straight, and then in between is one hand width. So remember, big toe pointing straight, hands by the side, we stand upright. So this is our mountain pose, the most important standing pose in yoga. Okay, let's take a deep breath. Inhale, and then as you exhale, feel the body now feels very upright after our stretch, right? So now we tamba a little bit. As we inhale, we bring the hands up. Then we're going to hold our opposite elbow like this. You hold like this, and then as you inhale, we lift the chest up to the sky. Use your head to push the arms back. So 1, 2, 3. Inhale, lift the chest up. The head push the arms to the back. Maybe the back got cracked already. We do 2 more in case you don't have. Inhale, lift the chest. Head push the arm back more. So this is like your free time massage of the day. We do 1 more. Inhale, lift the chest more. Head push back as much as you can. And now, slowly release the hand. We stretch the hand up. Then we roll the shoulders to the back. Place your hands at the back of the waist. Then we're going to lift the chest up more. So be careful, not from the lower back, from the upper back. Inhale, lift the chest. Elbow squeeze in. Okay, let's do 1 more. Inhale, lift the chest. Elbow squeeze in more. So we get the nice stretch into the shoulder. And now inhale, slowly we come back into standing position. Now you can feel that the whole body is loosened up. So you can review this video whenever you want. This short sequence is something that you can do afterward. You come back, the whole body like stiff already. Just a short 5 minutes, you move the whole body, you find you can stand straight again. Now we're going to stretch the rest of the body, okay? So from here, remember, we stand with the feet facing forwards. Okay, now first movement, we have our hands up. We stretch the hands up, lift the chest, stretch up more. Okay, so we want to lengthen out our whole spine. Now as we exhale, we start with the hip, okay? So I push my hip back. So if you want to, you can bend the knee. Push the hip back, then the finger, you stretch in front. So we always want a long spine. Push the hip more, stretch the hand more. Now we push the hip up, we reach the fingers down to the ground. So we keep pushing the hip up. So we have the nice stretch into our hamstrings. Relax the neck and shoulders. Now we step the right leg 1 big step back. Okay, so we make sure it's a big step. So not big enough, don't worry. Then you slowly slide your foot back. Slide your foot back. So we go stun as much as we can, and then you drop the knee down and then point the toes. Now if you feel any knee pain, you can take a small cushion and put under your knees, okay? Or you can just fold the mat where your knee is. Now 2 hands on your left knee, slowly bring the body up into a straight position. Now we are going to stretch the hip flexor, this part. Normally it's a very tight area when we sit all the time, it's very tight, it's very hard to stretch. So we start with this part, we drop the hip down. Then we feel the stretch here. Upper body is relaxed. Then just breathe. We stretch here first. Okay, now inhale, we come back up. Now round 2, we tamba the tangan in. Okay, now right hip drop down. Then the 2 hands straighten. So we straighten so the chest is facing the ceiling again like just now. Now we tamba the hands up. Inhale, lift the hands up. Energy through the fingers. Now we go deeper. The right hip drop lower. The chest lift higher. Fingers stretch out more. Okay, almost there. 1 more breath. Okay, slowly we bring the hands down back to the knee. Okay, rest a bit. Then we bring the right hand down on the ground. So my hand is in line with my foot. Now the left hand, so you see my left hand, the whole palm I'm going to place on top of my knee. Now first I drop the right hip down. And then I use my left hand to push my leg, twist and turn the chest up so that we have a nice crack on our spine. So Thai massage number 2. Okay, now we tumble a bit more. No crack, don't worry, got 2 more chance. Take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, twist and turn the chest up more. Okay, you still don't have, don't worry, got 3rd chance one. Take 1 deep breath, twist and turn as much as you can. Then you feel all the spine cracking now, and then slowly release. 2 hands down. We are now going to stretch the front leg. So careful. We bring the front toes up. Okay, so from here, front toe come up, forehead to the knee. Then we use our hip to pull the leg back. Okay, so we try to straighten the front leg, forehead to the knee, and then your finger walk to the front. Let's give our legs a good stretch. 2 more deep breath. 1 more breath. Okay, now from here we come back to the front. 2 hands on the ground. We bring our back knee up first. So we tuck in the toes, lift the knee up. Then 1 big step, we step back into our downward dog. Remember this? Then we go jalan again. Okay, so we relax the legs, relax the shoulders. Remember, we keep pushing the shoulder back. So everything is relaxed. Now, time to do some work. Relax already, right? Knee down to the ground. Then we drop the hip and the chest down again. Then stretch the hands out. Remember this or not? Okay, so now because you all warm up already, so we do 1 time, but we count to 8 this time. So remember, whenever we lie down, always keep breathing. Okay, let's get ready. 2 hands now. 2 hands off. 2 thighs off. Lift the chest higher. Make sure we're breathing. We hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, exhale down. Let's take 2 breaths here. So now we tumble a Cobra pose in. So this is to strengthen our upper back. Okay, now we slide the hands back next to the chest, squeeze the elbows in. Then we're going to lift our chest out like this. So I show you 1 time first. You don't do first. I show you 1 time. We squeeze the elbows in. Then as you inhale, we push and lift the chest up. So we don't lock the hand. We bend the elbows slightly, but you squeeze in like got pulse in your armpit here. You squeeze tightly, stretch the neck up. Okay, come, let's do it together. From here, squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, lift the chest up. Now elbow squeeze in more, stretch the neck up like your tortoise trying to stretch the neck higher. Okay, now we tumble the feet. Okay, so the feet you tuck in. See my toes tuck in. Lift the knee off. So have to use some hip strength. And then we use the hip to push back into our downward dog again. Okay, and from here we have to step in front. So slowly. The right leg come up. Kaki kanan, right leg come up, 3 leg downward dog. Then we bring the right knee to the chest. Okay, then whole body come forwards like a single leg plank, and then you step. Okay, let's say if you can step all the way, then we want the foot here. If you get stuck halfway, maybe foot gets stuck here. How? Don't worry, use your right hand. Help to step until the foot is okay. Then we step forwards, lift the chest, look to the front, lean the body forwards. So we lean the body to bring the left leg forwards. Exhale, fold, relax the neck and shoulders. Now from here, hands on your shin. Inhale, slowly. We roll the body out back to mountain pose. Remember our standing position? Mountain pose, so we check our feet again. The toe facing forwards. Body straight. Okay, take 1 deep breath. Recover your energy. As you exhale, we release all the tiredness into the ground. We take 1 more breath. Now we tumble the tangan in. Inhale. Lift the chest. Raise the hands up. And then exhale. Release the tiredness. Now we stretch outwards. Inhale. Stretch the body outwards. Lift the chest. Then again, as we exhale, we push the hip back. Remember? We push the hip back. Fingers stretch in front. So we lengthen our whole spine. Then we keep pushing the hip up. Reach the fingers to the ground. Relax the neck and shoulders. Now we step the left leg. We change leg, kaki kiri now. Okay, left thigh. Remember, we stretch back further. We go back. So we open back a wider stance. So our hip got space. Then we drop the knee down, point the toes, 2 hands on the knee. So careful, these 2 hands to support us. Then straighten the body. Again, we are going to stretch the left hip. So left hip drop down. Okay, so the left hip drop down like just now. Upper body relax, just breathe for 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Now inhale, come back to center. Now we're going to tamba our hands in. So as we exhale, left hip drop down first. Then we are going to straighten our hands, chest facing up to the ceiling. Inhale, bring the hands up. Now we go deeper. Exhale, hip go down more. Inhale, chest lift higher. Fingers stretch out. We hold here for 2 breaths. Hang in there. 1 more breath. Okay, slowly release the 2 hands to the knee first. Then we put the left hand down on the ground. Okay, so now the right hand, the whole hand is on top of my knee like this. Now we're going to push and crack our spine. So the left hip drop down first. Then as you exhale, use this hand, push and twist. So we're trying to point our chest up to the ceiling. Now we tamba again. Take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale, push and twist. Maybe a lot of cracking already. Like I also got cracked already. Don't have now, I got 1 more chance. Okay, 1 more breath. Twist as much as you can. Okay, and then slowly we release. We bring the back knee up first. Then we step back into our downward dog. And then we go jalan-jalan again. Okay, by now this one, probably your favorite pose already because it's very relaxing. Okay, so after we relax, remember we need to go down to the ground. So, knee down, whole body come down. Then we stretch the hands again. And then remember the 2 hands up, 2 legs up. We do 1 more last time. 8 count now. Okay, take a deep breath. Hands up, thighs up. Lift the chest higher. Breathe. We hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, slowly down. Let's take 2 breaths here. Okay, 1 more breath. Now, remember we come to Cobra. We slide our hands in. Slowly, step by step. Squeeze the elbows in. Now, as you inhale, lift the chest up. Remember, don't lock the arms. We bend the elbow a little bit. Squeeze the armpits in tighter. Lift the neck more. 1 more breath. Now we tuck the toes. See my toes? Tuck the toes in. Lift the hip all the way back to our downward facing dog. Okay, so we're almost back to the start already. Now, we're going to lift our left leg up. 3-leg downward dog. And then we bring the left knee to chest. Left knee to chest. And then whole body come forward like a single leg plank. And then you step. Okay, again, if you cannot step all the way, use a hand to help you. Now lift the body up so we don't be down here. We lift the body up. We look in front, so pandang depan. Then we lean the body forward so that this leg is very light. Then we can step, exhale, fold, relax the neck and shoulders. Hands on the shin. As we inhale, we slide the hands up. So always protect the lower back. We slide out, we come back to our mountain pose. Like going back to your school assembly. Monday morning assembly. Stand straight. Teacher talk to you, right? Okay, take 1 deep breath. And then relax. And from here, let's slowly come down to the ground. Okay, now can sit down already, finally. Okay, now from here, what we're going to do next is we're going to relax the lower back. Okay, the lower back is normally a very tight area when we sit a lot every day. Also, if you have a lot of back pain, it's not enough to stretch. We also need to work the muscle. The muscle is which one? This one. So the punggung not only to look good in yoga pants, it serves to hold your lower back into place. So it's weak, right? Nothing support the lower back. So we're going to do some work first, okay? Have to work, then only can relax, lor. Okay, let's come down to the ground. Sit into the middle of the mat. Bend your knees. We slowly roll down to the ground. Okay, but don't go to sleep. Then we are going to walk our feet in. Okay, so the heels you walk in, and then the big toe is still pointing in front, like we are standing like that. Now, from here we push the hip up until you feel okay, everything tight. Thighs are tight. Don't let the legs open up. Make sure everything squeezing. Push the hip higher. Breathe. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we slowly lower the hip down. Okay, we take 2 breaths, and then we do one more time. Okay, not so hard. 1, 2, 3. Push the hip up. Lift higher. Make sure the thighs also working. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we slowly lower down. Okay, so now it's time to tamba. Okay, so we take the right leg up, then we place the right ankle on top of the left knee. So you see, right ankle on top of the left knee. So we have a figure 4 here. Then we do our bridge. We call that a bridge again, because it's like those highway bridge like that. We want to push our punggung up. Okay, now let's try. 1, 2, 3. Push the hip up as high as you can. If you don't feel the squeeze, it doesn't count. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly down. Let's take 2 breaths. Don't let go yet. We do one more time. Okay, strong glutes. Okay, it's a very big muscle. We must work it very hard. One more time. Inhale. Push the hip up and push higher. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then exhale slowly down. Okay, now it's time to relax. So we still have the figure 4. You drop both the knees to the right hand side. Okay, so figure 4. The right hand you hold the thigh down, and then make sure both the shoulders still on the mat, left palm on the ground. Then you can feel the stretch is in the front of your left hip. Normally a very difficult area to stretch. And then you just look straight up to the ceiling. No need to bend. We don't strain the neck. Okay, so slow breathing. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now, inhale, we bring the knees back up to the center. So center, we still have our figure 4 again. And then, we are going to change to the other side. So now we take the left hand. We hold the outside of the right knee. And then we pull the 2 knees to the left hand side now. So now we are stretching where? Our lower back here. Okay, the lower back, the SI joint, this is where all the sitting stress is. And then the back of the hip, make sure the shoulder is on the mat, the right palm is down, so don't bring it so high, you bring it lower so that we don't strain the shoulder. Look straight out so we don't strain the neck. Your left hand how? Left hand pull down more. Okay, you can pull down with more strength because here very stiff area. And then you find that now a bit pain, but after you release, then you feel it's very, very relaxing. Okay, so on your own, after you sit down too much the whole day, you find that the lower back is very stiff. You do this, okay? You do this kind of stretch, you hold for 3 minutes on your own. Then when you release, you will find that the whole area has relaxed. Okay, let's take 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Now inhale, we come back up to the center. Now we change, uncross the leg. Now we bring the left ankle on top of the knee. Ankle on top of knee. Then we have our figure 4 again. Okay, and again, figure 4, what do? We have to work the hip first. 3 sets. Okay, round 1. From here, push the hip up. Hip push higher. And we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then slowly roll it down. Okay, so remember, push as high as you can. If you don't feel the burn, then it doesn't count. Then you need to do again. Round 2, push the hip higher. Push even higher as much as you can. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly down. Let's take 2 deep breaths. And then we do 1 more last time. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Push the hip out. Then we push higher. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly down. So remember, we are still in figure 4, and then we drop the 2 knee to the left hand side. Left hand side down. Use the left hand to hold the thigh down. Make sure your shoulders are on the mat. And then where are we stretching? We are stretching the front of our right hip now. So all this area normally when we sit a lot, it's very tight. It's also very difficult to stretch. So on your own, you try to do this every day after work or after your workout. You will feel that your whole body become more flexible and more upright as well. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. And 1 more breath. Now let's come up. As we inhale, come back up to your all 4 position. Now we change to the other side. So now we use our right hand. We hold the outside of our left knee. Then we pull both the knees down to the ground. Okay? Make sure both your shoulders on the mat. The right hand can pull down more. Okay? So you can apply more force. And again, we just look straight up, don't strain the neck. And then you can apply more tension, hold it down, give yourself a good stretch. Remember, relax your breathing. Let's take our 3 more deep breaths. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And now slowly we come back up to the center, uncross the legs. Okay, now we're going to do a happy baby pose. The happy baby pose is like that, The babies do it all the time because they are happy. But it's designed to stretch our hip joint. So we bring the right knee up, we bring the left knee up. So the knee is wider than the body. Okay, so not so close. It's wider than the body because we want to pull our knee down to the ground. We point the heels up to the sky. From here, we reach our hand inside and you hold the heel. Now from here, we pull the knee down. So you can see ankle and knee is in one line. I'm pulling my knee towards the ground. So you can feel the back of the hip and the lower back is a very strong stretch. Okay, when we sit a lot, there's a lot of tension in the lower back. That's why there's so much emphasis on stretching it. Okay, let's put more strength. Pull harder. The knee closer to the ground. Let's breathe a little bit more. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And now slowly release. Now we bring our feet together. So the heel, you stick together. We bring the feet over the chest now. Then the knee, you open up to the side. Use your hand. We wrap the left hand, right hand on top of the knee. Now we pull the feet to the chest. Knee open out to the side. Again, take a deep breath. Inhale. As you exhale, pull it in more. Okay, then you feel very strong stretch into the lower back. Again, let's go deeper. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Pull the feet in more. Open up the knee to the side. Okay, let's do one last one. One last one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, pull and open up the knee. Very nice. 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. And now slowly release the feet, place the feet down to the ground, and then we stretch our legs all the way to the front. Open up the feet to the edge of the mat, and then we take a short rest before we come back up. So we go step by step. Relax your feet. When you relax your feet, your toes will point out to the side. Relax your thighs. Next, relax your belly, relax your chest, and then your hands will be about 1 foot away from the hip. The palm is facing the ceiling. Relax your fingers, and then we relax the shoulders. Shoulder you pull down further, and then finally we turn our head right, we turn our head left, and then we look straight up to the sky and close our eyes. If you have a towel, you can use a towel to cover your eyes so that it's a little bit darker. It feels a little bit more comfortable. Now from here, just deep breathing. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Again. Inhale gently. 3, 2, 1. Exhale gently. 3, 2, 1. And continue at your own pace. As you inhale, just let the breath reach all the way to your fingers and toes, re-energizing your body. And as you gently exhale, just feel all the tension, all the tiredness flowing out of your body with every exhalation. And let's stay here another 2 more deep breaths. 1 more breath. Now from here, slowly wriggle your fingers and toes to bring the sensation back to your body. And now slowly, we close our thighs back together. We extend our arms to the back and inhale. Give the whole body a good stretch so that we are stretching out our shoulders and our spine. 1 more deep breath. Stretch out the whole body so that you are nice and relaxed. Then we bend the knees one at a time. Keep the right arm straight. Then we turn the whole body to the right hand side. Remember, we face to the right. Okay, rest the head on the arm for a while. We want to make sure that we have enough oxygen to the brain before we come up. 1 more breath. Now we use the left hand. Place on the floor in front of your face. And then we use the left hand to slowly push ourselves, come up slowly, push ourselves back into our seated position. So we're back here in our starting position, and now let's give ourselves a good twist to loosen up our whole spine. From here, stretch the hands up again. So remember, when we stretch out, we want to stretch our spine long. So let's take 1 more breath, stretch more. Now as we exhale, we are going to turn to the right hand side. Now we turn from the belly. Exhale, turn. Left hand on the right knee, the right hand behind the back. Use the back hand, inhale, push the spine straight. As you exhale, turn the body, twist to the back. Now the right hand walk more. Push the body straight, exhale and twist more. We hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we release the neck first. Turn the neck to the front, then only release the body, so that we don't suddenly swing our head so fast you will get dizzy. Now let's go the other side. Stretch the hands again. Then we stretch the hands up more. Then remember, we are turning from the belly. As we exhale, we turn. Right hand on the left knee, left hand behind the back. Inhale, straighten up the spine. Exhale, twist to the back. Left hand walking deeper. Inhale, straighten out the spine. Exhale, we twist. And we hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly turn the head first. Turn the body back. And before we go, I want to leave you with this very important one. Is our sitting position for work. Okay? Now, Why is sitting important? Because 1 hour of stretching is not going to fix 7 days you sit all crooked like that, then everywhere pain cannot move. So let's work on sitting. Hands on the knees. Now as you inhale, now you know already, we lift the body up. Okay, like you want to stretch your spine up. Now as you exhale, don't sink down again. As you exhale, you let your stomach muscle wrap in. Hold the spine upright. Then you feel very tall. Let's do 2 more breaths. Inhale. Whole body lift up. As you exhale, abdominal wrap in to support your spine. 1 more last one. Inhale. Whole body lift up. As you exhale, abdominal wrap in to support your spine. And then slowly, we bring our hands together. Namaste. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for... ladies only. So thank you, ladies, for joining me this evening. So I hope you had a good stretch, and also that this is something that you can do every day after your work, or even after your workout when you feel the whole body pain. When you go through this, then you feel like the whole body is a little bit loosened up. And also pay attention to the sitting right there at the end. You try to recreate this sitting, okay, in your workplace. Very simple. Just as you inhale, body straighten, and then as you exhale, don't sink again. You let the stomach muscle wrap in, then you feel stomach muscle working. Then that's how you sit down, don't do anything. Also can use the stomach, also getting a workout. So we are working out without having to work out. Okay, so again, take care, and then I will see you for the next session next week, where we will go through the principles of yoga. Okay, so today we do a full body stretch to let you recover from your workouts or from your work environment. Okay, next week we will go through the basics of yoga postures, so that next time if you go to a yoga class, you won't be lost, you won't be wondering what's going on, you will know what's going on. And then on the 3rd week, then we will tamba more things to your flow. I will teach you how to make pretty yoga poses so that you can post on Instagram, because that's why you want to do all the fancy poses, right? To take photo. Okay, I know. Okay, and the final week, then you use all the strength. We take everything that you learn in your 1 month from other programs, we apply it to all the postures, so that not only you have the flexibility, you will also have the strength. Okay, so that's the plan for this month. So I'll see you next week. Have a good week of workouts ahead, and bye-bye. Have a good dinner.